Now, our next guest, the heart, you all right?
Yeah, fine.
Good, good. Began life in Germany as a light-skinned blonde girl, making headlines around the world when she had injections to change the colour of her skin.
Over the past 2 years, Martina Big has radically altered her appearance in order to become a black woman. And this morning has followed every step of her controversial story.
When I was younger, I admired the curves of Pamela Anderson. My next step is going to pump up my lips also. My eye color has changed, my eyebrow color has changed, and I can feel in myself that I'm changing to a black woman. I like the curves of black women, and I want to get them step by step.
Well, Martina is here now alongside her new husband, Michael, and good morning to both of you. Thank you for joining us here today. So, I mean, you look at the difference there. I mean, we have been following your story, and you were never comfortable with your natural appearance,
no,
the one you were born with.
I liked my natural blonde beauty, but also it's like tuning if boys get a new car, they start tuning, and then they say, oh, it's a nice result, let's find a matching piece, and then it's going to be more and more. And if you see the car they got and they have now...
So it's a work
totally
in progress.
Yeah.
But what was it that made you realise that you wanted to change?
At first, I only want to have summer tan, and this new medicine, they told us it is will protect the skin against the sun and will make more tan. But at this point, they didn't know that it will work really extreme. For me, it works really, really good.
So this is the melatonin injections, and this was your surgeon. They cost £170 ago. You've had 3, is that right, or more?
2 years ago, three
years ago.
Michael and I had the same injections, the same amount at the same, also 2 years ago, and a little bit other things, but also only 3 injections and working. The body is working itself.
This is it is no classical tanning injection. It's an injection just changed the genetic progress in the body.
Right.
Okay.
Because there's been other changes also, because it's not just been the skin.
Also for me, you can see the skin is getting darker from the beginning, from the first week.
Yeah.
But in the course of time, you also could see the eye color is getting darker, the eyebrow color is getting darker. My growing hair changes the structure. It's getting curly and more dark, and also everything changed.
So, but there's a difference here, because that's one thing, the sort of visual aspect of how you now look, but you feel different on the inside. I mean, last time you were here, you were saying that you identify as a black woman. 80% of you identifies as a black woman, but now you've...
It's really 100%. I'm really sure.
But this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
so
changed
how do you identify?
From white to black, but the problem is it is hard to also, I can clearly feel that I'm black, but also it's really hard to find the right words to explain people who are not involved.
That was what I was asking you earlier. That's what I meant. What was it inside you that made you say, I identify as a black woman? What brought that about? You can't describe that.
And it's really hard. Also, the first step, also, when we met in 17, also in March, when I had the blonde hairs, that was a little bit later. I was in a swimming pool in Germany with people like you, and then, oh, they're looking really pale. I think this medicine will be working for me very well. That's the first time I feel strange between the white people, and I starting thinking about, oh, this medicine is not only working only for the skin. It's changing everything together. The feelings change.
So are you? Sorry to interrupt you. You're saying that it wasn't until you had the injection that you realized that you identified?
Also the injections only started the process, but being black is not only being different color. It's everything in total. For example, when I go outside now, I'm getting in touch with the dark people much easier, and I have a lot of stuff. When I compare to my African friends, I have more with them common than with my German friends.
There's a lot of people that will be watching this that will be upset about what you're saying, that they will find that they'll be offended by what you're saying because they will feel that actually, you know, culture, heritage, history, all adds so much. Well,
history,
yeah, no, please do. What would you say to them?
In February, I was in Kenya. That was also, I have a lot of invitings from all over Africa, but from Kenya I got the most invitings. And so I traveled to Kenya to learn more about the histories and the cultures. Yeah. And I was several weeks, I lived there with everyday life. And for example, the Maasai told me or taught me how to make fire without lighter. We go to the river and collected wood and carried back.
African people like Martina very much. For example, when we go to get out the car in Kenya downtown, in Nairobi downtown, there came a lot of people. Oh, I knew you, I know you from the British and US TV, and you are idol for me because you was white and you going black. The most white people said, oh, black is second class or like this, and
I think what we're trying to ask, and again, a lot of people out there are probably going to be thinking this, and it's a lot more the culture for, you know, it's in you basically, but you're saying that you're learning it, and it's hard to learn. I hope I'm putting this in the right words. It's hard to learn another race, and that's basically what you're doing. Is it right to say that?
Not about the real African race. For example, in the US, a lot of Afro-Americans, they know nothing about the real African culture. They are from the culture American.
Can I just ask you one more question? Because sadly, we're going to have to leave this here. There was something you did say to us was that you've got married, and congratulations, and that's lovely news.
Yes, thanks.
One day you are thinking about having babies. You've been told by a doctor that your children will be black?
Yeah, they said they will be black. Also, we are not having planned children actual, but I am discussing regularly with my doctor. Is everything the body is okay? Okay? Is the baby okay? Is breastfeeding okay? And how will the baby look like? And
if that baby is not, because I'm trying to think biologically how that's I can't see how that's possible genetically. If it's not, will you feel close if you give birth to a white child? Will you somehow feel that this is not connected to you?
No, it's a mix of Michael and me. I'm pretty sure it will be black, or if it is milk chocolate or a little bit lighter, it doesn't matter.
All right, I have to.
I look at it as your body, your choice.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
I'm really proud.
I had the same treatment as Martina, but for Martina it works much better, and I wish me a little bit more tan.
All right.
We'll see you next time then.
Thank you very much. Thank you.